Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today, friends, we are working on another Project Life spread for week 40 of 2025. So this week is the start of October and all of the activities that I have going on this month. So I just feel like I have a really busy month full of all kinds of stuff. And the first things that I have to document here in October was my best friend Casey's birthday, which we celebrated on October 3rd, and then her sweet daughter Andy's birthday, which we celebrated on October 4th. Now, they're September babies, but they were out of town, so I have allowed them to infiltrate into October a little bit here, and we were able to celebrate them, and it was a great start to the month and a very fun weekend. So that was my Friday and my Saturday, and then you'll see a few other October activities kind of sprinkled in here as well. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, I am using mostly Ellie Studio cards here. Now, I know that the title card, the October card, the EXO card at the bottom are all LA Studio, and I'm not sure about that Here's the Plan card, but I actually am not going to end up using that one. I start to do my journaling on it, and I realize, no, this isn't really what I want to do. So I was thinking I had enough things going on all week where it says, Here's the Plan Monday through Sunday, and I thought, I can add a little tidbit about each day, but then I started to realize, no, there's going to be some days where I don't really have anything to say, so I end up changing out that card for a different one that just made more sense. I think it said weekend plans. So it made more sense to talk about my Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. So you're going to see me change that up just a little bit. Again, for the title card, I just grabbed out some LA Studio Alphas and some LA Studio gold puffy stickers. So I added a few of those hearts, and I just used my tiny attacher to staple those into place, added a label there with the dates on it, and then we can get going with the few other embellishments and things that I'm going to add on there. Now, besides the pictures from the party, so you'll see the two at the top were from Casey's, the two at the bottom, they kind of go diagonal, are from Andy's. My other photos are just little bits and pieces of starting off October. So I do have a picture of the pumpkin cinnamon rolls. I love to get those every year. They're just the kind, the pre-made kind, basically, that you just pop in the oven. But I love those cinnamon rolls, and I always try to have those as one of my first, kind of welcoming fall activities around here is to make those. Then the other food item there is our charcuterie board. So on Sunday, so Friday we had Casey's birthday, Saturday we had Andy's birthday, and Sunday me and Will did our game night, which was really fun, and it was our third year to do that tradition. If you've been following along with October Daily, you'll have heard all about that. It's the Hunt a Killer game, and we played that together, and we made our charcuterie board. So I have a picture of it there. It's one of my favorite easy meals to make during the season, and we love to do charcuterie around the holidays. So this was a lot of fun and something that we were able to make together and then munch on throughout the day. So I have this stack of LA Studio cards that are all white cards that just have a little headline that just makes it really easy to fill in. So this one said weekend highlights, and I thought, okay, this is going to be good because I can number it 1, 2, 3, and talk about all 3 days. So at first I'm going to grab some stickers that I had beside me, because before I started this video, I was actually working on week 40 and 41 in the same day. So I grabbed out a lot of embellishments, basically all LA Studio, because y'all know I'm on the design team and I love LA Studio products. So I have a lot of them right now and I love to use them. So I grabbed out these alphas at first, and I thought, okay, that'll work. But then I thought, no, I don't really love the way the alphas look. So I quickly take those off. I mean, they're numbers, but they came from an alpha set. So I decided that I wanted to use stamps. So I go and grab my tried and true, the Sophie Alpha stamp, I believe, from Citrus Twist. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm not here right now, because I did not edit much out of this video at all. And I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing where I number 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm going to talk about those 3 days, because those were kind of the big highlights of the week. as I get that going. My other two photos you'll see at the top, I have a picture of me and Will of the TV of us watching the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes. So we did that on our game night, and that was a really fun addition to the game night, something we don't normally do. And we both really enjoyed that and had a great time watching like the first few years of those episodes. And then also at the bottom, I just have an up close picture of one of our little skeleton friends that are outside on the porch, and I just thought it kind of worked for this spread. Now, this is one of those spreads where it really, the colors and stuff don't really come together that well, but I wanted to get it done. And I knew that it was going to be like that because I had photos from so many different random events. You know, from Casey's birthday, there was a certain vibe. From Andy's birthday, there was a certain vibe, a certain color scheme. So I just tried to make it work the best I could. And honestly, with Andy's, my thought process was that with all those balloons down there at the bottom, a lot of pink. There was also some purple. So that picture of the Simpsons at the top, it had kind of a pink background and also a little purple in it. And then that picture of the skeleton also had purple in it. So I just kind of was trying to pull it together any way I could. Same thing with like down here at the bottom, the yes please I put on the skeleton photo. Well, I put a little green label and I just stamped inside of it. And that's because there's a tad bit of green on the pictures from Andy's birthday, but also Shelby has a green top on in the top photo. And then there's a little bit of green in that Simpsons photo. So I was just trying my best to make this flow at least somewhat. I know that it doesn't very well, but good enough to get this spread done and to move on. Just like with October Daily, I'm trying to keep up with Project Life, and I've had a lot going on recently, and I'm going to have another busy week ahead of me. So I just wanted to knock out these 2 weeks and get them done so that whenever I come back from my trip, I can just worry about documenting that stuff. Not worry, but have a great time documenting my trip and all the things that go on with it. And I don't have to have this whole backlog of things. Y'all know I like to stay up to date. It's just the way that I work, the way that I craft. And so that works out. Also with the XO card, kind of the same thought. That Simpsons photo at the top with the black background was really black. So I was looking for a card that could like complement that down at the bottom. And I found that XO filler card. And I thought, okay, that's perfect. We will use that and kind of bring that black down to the bottom. I decorated that with a couple more of those gold hearts and a few gold stars, adding a few like little bits and pieces into place. And then I think I am pretty much done with this one. So worked out easily, and you know, we got it done. That's what matters. Some weeks are just busier than others, and some photos aren't always going to be the perfect ones, you know, to make it work. But I tried my best, and I feel like you're able to breathe a little bit with some of those cards in the middle with the up close of the food and the journaling. So anyways, friends, I hope that you enjoyed this process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super soon with more videos. Have a great day, friends, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.